Hi YouTube. This is my Ford pickup. This is what I got my CB in. I enjoy CB and always had a CB in my truck. I go off road, I can always find somebody to come out, pull me out. We're always talking back and forth. Got one at the house, one in the truck. Let me show you my install. All right, couldn't find a good spot to put it. So what I did is I have a this Ford's got a pull out cup holder. So I took the cup holder out of there. You can see I put some wood in behind it. Screwed all the wood in there, screwed it in the side, filled everything in so it's solid in there. And then I screwed these metal brackets in the back. Now I can slide the CB in and I can get to this cubby hole, or I can slide the CB out and I can use my cup holders. So it works really well. CB works well too. I've got a little watt meter and SWR meter zip tied to the side. That way if my SWR gets too high, it beeps. I got it set for 2.0 or 2.1, so if it starts getting a little higher, it beeps and lets me know. So it works pretty good like that. CB on the roof works great. What I do, okay, sorry. What I did was, in the back of the Ford pickup, they have these little, like a drain plug, it's plastic. I drilled a hole in that plastic plug and put a grommet through it, and put my wire through it, and then drilled a hole in the back of the cab and went through it with another 1-inch grommet and siliconed it. Then I ran the wire up, and there it is sitting on my roof. Now when I go through the car wash, all I do is I take it off the roof. And I stick it on the back of the bed. So now I go through the car wash. They have these big brushes that come across the roof. And they go down and they hit this and they pretty much stop. And then it runs along all the way to the back of the truck. So when I go through the car wash, no problems. After I get done with the car wash, I come, grab that off the back, make sure there's nothing stuck to it. And I just stick it right back in the center. I had some silicone holding the wire. That's that silicone holding the wire in place, but I decided to put the wire over on the left, and I haven't needed to silicone it. Now, when I did this install, to make a CB really work well, you need some RF grounds. Without a lot of RF grounding, and RF is radio signaling, it needs to let the signals go to the metal. My first YouTube video, obviously. And of course I don't. There it is. All right. So, CB, when you key the microphone, it wants to go to ground. So that's why people put them on the bed rail, or they put them up against the back. There's no metal underneath it. Without metal underneath, it doesn't reflect. You need metal underneath it to reflect. So I've got the metal on the roof of the truck, but that's not a big chunk of metal. The metal does go down these pillar posts, but it still doesn't go to the hood. The hood is the next biggest part of the hood, part of the vehicle as far as reflecting goes. So I have these great big straps. They're 1.25 inches wide. I've ground I ground all the paint off, put these with a big style washer that digs in, and I did it from the hood right to the firewall, and then I did it from the fender to the firewall. I did it on both sides. So I have, again, straps from the hood and the fender. So now, when I key the microphone, I have all the metal on the roof, the hood, and the fenders. All the new vehicles come with these huge body mounts. These body mounts do not, hard to see the body mounts. These body mounts do not conduct RF very well. In fact, if you take an ohm meter, they just barely have any continuity at all. The RF needs a big wide. Brady, get back here. Come on. That's my little white dog over there. Come on, Brady, you're not going over there. Get back. Pain in the neck. But me and him, we go riding everywhere together. Where do you think you're going now? Anyhow, so you need the frame grounded for a good RF signal. And with those body mounts all the way, they won't give an RF signal. So what I did was use those same straps. I did one to the door and to the cab. I went from the cab to the bed, both sides. Then the cab to the frame, and the cab to the frame, and the tailgate to the frame. And then I put a whole bunch of grounds. So I have about 10 of those silver straps all the way down. Plus, like I say, tied to the cab to the bed. And now everything is tied in. So if the radio signal looking for metal to reflect off of, this thing has all the metal it can get. And it seems to work very well. Testing out the Tram 3500 and the President Grant Export. Just leaving the house. We'll see how many miles we get. Testing out the Tram 3500 and the President Grant Export. Just leaving the house. We'll see how many miles we get. Tram 3500 antenna, President Grant. This is a range test, 1 mile from the base station. Tram 3500 antenna, President Grant. This is a range test, 1 mile from the base station. Range test of the Tram 3500 antenna. We are exactly 2 miles from the base station. It is 6:56 p.m. The sky is turning black. We are in for a heck of a storm. I don't know if that's going to affect the conditions, but we'll find out. Range test of the Tram 3500 antenna. We are exactly 2 miles from the base station. It is 6:56 p.m. The sky is turning black. We are in for a heck of a storm. I don't know if that's going to affect the conditions, but we'll find out. Tram 3500 CB antenna. Range test from the mobile to the base station. It is now 6:59, and I'm exactly 3 miles from the base station. Tram 3500 CB antenna, range test from the mobile to the base station. It is now 6:59, and I'm exactly 3 miles from the base station. Tram 3500 and CB antenna range test. We're 3.5 miles from the base station. I was under a bridge last time I gave a location. Thought I'd try it again at 3.5. Tram 3500 and CB antenna range tests. We're 3.5 miles
miles from the base station. I was under a bridge the last time I gave a location. Thought I'd try it again at 3.5.
Tram 3500 CB antenna range test. It is 7 p.m. I am exactly 4.1 miles from the base station.
Tram 3500 CB antenna range test. It is 7 p.m. I am exactly 4.1 miles from the base station.
Tram 3500 antenna test. I am now 5.2 miles from the base station. It is 7:01. Wonder if anybody's getting all this. Let's find out.
Tram 3500 antenna test. I am now 5.2 miles from the base station. It is 7:01.
This is Tram 3500 to the base station, 7:02. This is 6 miles from the base station. Doing a range test from the mobile to the base station. Testing 1, 2, 3.
This is Tram 3500 to the base station, 7:02. This is 6 miles from the base station. Doing a range test from the mobile to the base station. Testing 1, 2, 3.
It is 7:03. We are 7.1 miles from the base station. This is a test of the Tram 3500. We are doing 70 miles an hour. I should like to pull over, but I'm on the highway, and there's no pulling over for this range test. If I can find a spot I can pull over and do it, I will.
It is 7:03. We are 7.1 miles from the base station. This is a test of the Tram 3500. We are doing 70 miles an hour. I should like to pull over, but I'm on the highway, and there's no pulling over for this range test. If I can find a spot I can pull over and do it, I will.
Range test of the Tram 3500. We're 8 miles from the base station. Doing 72 miles an hour. 7:04 p.m.
Range test of the Tram 3500. We're 8 miles from the base station. Doing 72 miles an hour. 7:04 p.m.
This is the Tram 3500 CB antenna range test. Let me slow down. We're doing 71. It is 9.3 miles from the base station. Just seeing how we are coming in. Test 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. 9.4 miles. 7:05 p.m.
This is the Tram 3500 CB antenna range test. Let me slow down a little. We're doing 71. It is 9.3 miles from the base station. Just seeing how we're coming in. Test 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. 9.4 miles. 7:05 p.m.
Tram 3500 CB range test. 10 miles from the base station. 7:07 p.m. Actually 10.4 miles from the base station. We're doing 60.
Tram 3500 CB range test. 10 miles from the base station. 7:07 p.m. Actually 10.4 miles from the base station. We're doing 60.
Tram 3500 CB range test. We are 11.5 miles from the house. 7:08 p.m. We're doing 60 miles an hour, and we'll see how how we're coming in. Test 1, 2, 3.
Tram 3500 CB range test. We are 11.5 miles from the house. Yeah, we're doing 60 miles an hour. And we'll see how we're coming in. Test 1, 2, 3.
Tram 3500 CB range test. We are 12.2 miles from the house. 12.2 miles from the house at 7:09 p.m.
Tram 3500 CB range test. We are 12.2 miles from the house. 12.2 miles from the house at 7:09 p.m.
Tram 3500 CB range test. We are 13 miles from the base station. It is 7:10 p.m. 13 miles from the base station. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Tram 3500 CB range test. We are 13 miles from the base station. It is 7:10 p.m. 13 miles from the base station. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, we're 13.3 miles from the base station. I am now parked. So see if it makes something. I'm sure it'll make a big difference from going 60 or 70 to park. But 13.3 miles from the base station. It is 7:11 p.m. And we'll do a little range test. This is my first video. We'll see how this goes. This will just be a trial video. Out.
We're 13.3 miles from the base station. I am now parked. So see if it makes up. I'm sure it'll make a big difference from going 60 or 70 to park. But 13.3 miles from the base station. It is 7:11 p.m. And we'll do a little range test. This is my first video. We'll see how this goes. This will just be a trial video.